The Pictorium.
What a day, what a place, what a smile on your face. We're Marriott's Great America.
Marriott's Great America in Gurnee, Illinois opened the Pictorium Theater in 1979, just 3 years into the park's history. In 1984, Marriott's Great America was acquired to become a Six Flags park, but CEO Robert Mullane said that it would be foolish to change anything major. Throughout several changes in management, this would change, but fragments of Marriott's Great America still stand today, including the famous double-decker carousel entrance plaza. I mean, yeah, you might stumble into a few Tackies ads, but the classic theme park motif can be found in some areas of the park. The Pictorium was a groundbreaking big screen cinema. At the time of its opening, the 96 by 65 foot screen was monumental.
Great America's Pictorium, like the world's largest motion picture experience. Breaking the sound barrier isn't much of a surprise. Being chased by a locomotive hardly phases people at all. And going over Niagara Falls doesn't seem to impress anyone either. Come see why people are somewhat enthusiastic about the gigantic Pictorium at Marriott's Great America. Being chased by a locomotive hardly phases people at all.
As time went on, the Pictorium was more and more commonly used for naps and simply escaping the summer heat. Many of the films shown were nothing special, and it housed a lot of empty seats. However, the Pictorium was an outlet of a beloved 3-part Great America documentary series titled Screams and Dreams. There are a few officially released clips, but unfortunately the only way to watch these documentaries in full these days is through YouTube bootlegs. In May 2018, Six Flags would clear out one of the park's oldest standing attractions as demolition of the Pictorium Theater was underway. And with the Pictorium gone, naturally speculation would begin in the theme park community.
Road to Glory.
The plot of land, located next to the water park, was often said to be too small for a coaster addition. There are 3 words that coaster fans everywhere dread. No, I mean, yeah, but no. It's actually... Do we have enough coasters already at this park? Oh yeah, absolutely. Do we ask for more coasters at this park anyway? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
In July 2018, markers started showing up on the site. Roller coaster confirmed? Not exactly, footers could still be for a water coaster addition to the water park. Speculation would heat up further at the beginning of August in 2018, when Six Flags Great America posted a teaser video titled Road to Glory.
Good luck out there.
Parks love dropping Easter eggs in these types of teaser videos, and the enthusiasts were quick to pick up on a few details. The elephant in the room is that the teaser is in the water park. We were slapped in the face with that elephant, which would lead to skepticism that Six Flags could be trolling. Much more enticing were the more subtle details, like the 1000 SPF sunblock being sprayed by the racing crew, the checkerboard swim trunks, the racing crew. Some questioned if we could see a racing-themed launch coaster or a dueling coaster. Maybe a track length of 1,000 feet? In the coming weeks, we saw 3 more Road to Glory teasers.
You can do better. Max, take the detour.
Six Flags Great America, let's speculate on what's happening, shall we?
All right.
Okay, all right, so the park has removed the Pictorium vinyl record playing in the background, which must mean whatever it is will set some kind of record, right? In the suntan lotion, SPF 1000. You'll find that a popular water coaster at another Six Flags park is just under 1,000 feet long. Leaving the water park area, taking a jog from the water park entrance throughout Southwest Territory, cutting through the Demon Underpass, back through Hometown Square, and into the Pictorium entrance. So what does this mean?
What?
Let's go back to the computer. When we map this route in Google Maps, there's a map. 2 as in 2 seconds, leading many enthusiasts, including myself, to lean towards some kind of full-circuit launch coaster. There's a company called S&S that builds these air launch coasters. They launch you from 0 to 80 miles an hour in about 2 seconds. The capacity of 1,000 people per hour.
I've never seen that crazed look in your eye before.
It was still anyone's guess, but speculation was rising that North America could be seeing the first air-compressed launch coaster since King's Dominion's defunct hypersonic XLC.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
As the launch dog brings itself back and arms it, as you can see right now, the next train will be coming forward, and it will come up and grab hold right here onto the launch dog.
And on August 30th, Six Flags would confirm the speculation with the announcement of Maxx Force.
Get your launch face on. Six Flags' new Maxx Force is launching at a record-breaking 0 to 78 miles an hour in under 2 seconds. Go big. Go Maxx Force. Go Six Flags.
Maxx Force.
Maxx Force's most notable feature is its compressed air launch utilized by manufacturer S&S Sansei Technologies. Compressed air launches are notorious for their quicker acceleration rates when compared to both hydraulic and LIM or LSM launches. This is what allows Maxx Force to hold the record for the fastest acceleration rate in North America. While Kingda Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure has the fastest final launch speed in North America, Maxx Force packs intensity with quicker acceleration. The former Pictorium sign and entrance was repurposed to greet the challengers of Maxx Force. In July 2019, Maxx Force opened to its first riders.
Review section.
Maxx Force is manufactured by S&S Sansei Technologies. The Maxx height is 175 feet. It has a compressed air launch from 0 to 78 miles per hour in 1.8 seconds. There are 5 inversions, and the total ride time is 23 seconds. The designer for Maxx Force is Joe Draves, notable for Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom and the
now currently open
Steel Curtain at Kennywood. This is a review of Maxx Force in July 2019. I will be giving the ride a bit of leeway because this was only less than a week after the ride opened. Roller coasters rarely show their full potential in their opening year, so I will be cutting the coaster some slack in the theming department because it's obvious that the queue line and landscaping isn't done yet. First of all, I guess I will share my experience at the park before going on Maxx Force. Because rolling into the parking lot, the Six Flags app stated that Maxx Force was temporarily closed. Word of advice, don't ever get your hopes up planning a ride on a new roller coaster. The park had staff at the entrance of Maxx Force informing people that the ride was expected to open early afternoon. It wasn't until 1 o'clock p.m. when I heard the first test run, and I will talk more later about a certain sound feature that Maxx Force has. Long story short, I sat outside the queue line with hundreds of other park guests for 2 hours waiting for the ride to open. In total, I waited 2.5 hours for Maxx Force. Pretty bad, but it was rewarding, and there's a reason I typically skip out on roller coasters their opening year. This is that reason. When the first train loaded with passengers ran its circuit, many people in line cheered. You might think that's so cheesy, that's so corny, it's so cringy cheese corn when people clap over roller coasters, to which I say just lighten up. Listen to this. This is the sound of people who stuck it out in the hot sun for hours, eager to ride the park's newest roller coaster. Waiting in the queue, I noticed a few things. Grass is already being laid out. That's faster than some parks do for their coasters. Plants are already in. The line has footers around it. This has to be for some sort of overhead shading, I would hope. We'll see if this leads to any sort of theming. This ride kinda needs it. The station looks fine. Could at least use some checkerboard flags or something cars. Give it something cars. Give pit crew shirts to the ride ops or something. There are so many minimal effort opportunities when your coaster is themed to, ooh, fast car. The trains are amazing, for real. I'm in love with these trains. The restraints are extremely comfortable. Thankfully, there are 4 cars on the train as opposed to the only 3 cars shown on the 2018 teaser video. However, it does have shin guards. I know some people have issues with shin guard restraints, but these ones seem to be more on the spacious side to me. Your train rolls out of the station, and the launch mechanism takes quite a long time to latch onto the train and align itself. Maxx Force, more like Maxx Forced conversation with the person next to you. Sheesh. One concern I have with this coaster is the slow dispatches. The ride hops were doing an alright job, and rider capacity for this coaster is decent too. Maxx Force's biggest hurdle in dispatch time seems to be the launch. But man oh man, that launch is incredible. You blast right through this tunnel. This little ascent in the track here does not provide any forces, but it's not there for anything besides crossing over the track below it. Going up into the first double inversion, they call it a dog tongue. It's massive. I expected a ton of hang time, but the train actually maintains some speed at the top. There's some hang time. A bit of a head chopper moment here with the track above you. Nothing crazy though. Lots of force on this bank turn. I love the intensity here. And the intensity doesn't let up through the 60 mph 0G roll. Very forceful inversion. Now the final two inversions, a sideways stall. Very fun take on a stall, and another smooth track elements. You hit the brakes fairly hard on your way down, and that's Maxx Force. Hell yeah, dude, I love this coaster. Overall, I rate Maxx Force an 8.5 out of 10. I didn't want to bust out any half scores, but here we are. Something cool about this ride is the sound of the launch. It literally goes off with a bang. You hear it throughout the park and can feel it through the ground. No doubt, this has to be the most intense launch I ever experienced. According to many, it's the most intense launch in North America. If you haven't been on anything like Hypersonic XLC, Dodonpa, or any other S&S air-compressed launch coasters, it's something you need to experience for yourself. From there, Maxx Force only lets up a little bit at the top of a dog tongue double inversion. The rest of the coaster is pure intensity. I would gladly take a longer coaster, but Maxx Force does satisfy. That said, please don't put any billboards for fun-sized Snickers on this. Maxx Force is an intense yet smooth coaster, and you hit the brakes with that what just happened feeling. The launch totally catches you by surprise. The launch is my favorite part, the dog tongue and the 0G roll are tied for my second favorite parts. Adding any sort of visual or audible countdown would slightly hurt the launch's experience in my opinion.
Closing thoughts.
This is absolutely a strong roller coaster. It's not my favorite at Six Flags Great America, but certainly my personal second favorite. I already broke my rating system for this ride, but an 8 feels too low and a 9 feels too high. For the most part, Maxx Force was what I expected, but the pacing exceeded my expectations. I really hope it becomes more reliable over time, and we'll see how the appearance of Maxx Force's surroundings change over time too. In the world of launch roller coasters, Maxx Force has a lot of originality. It stands out from the rest. So those are my thoughts on Maxx Force. I'll be really happy if its reliability improves. This park really doesn't need another deja vu debacle, but we'll save that topic for another video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Give the video a good old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. You know what? Give it a double like for double inversions. Wait, no, wait, don't do that.